How is everybody doing? Today we're going to take a look at News of the World by Queen. On the left here we have the 2015 half-speed master, and here on the right we have the 2017 AAA cut, and that means analog, analog, analog. So I'm going to listen to them both closely with headphones on my Technics 1210 Mark II turntable, and I will make a decision which one is the best sounding. The 2015 was cut by Miles Showell at Abbey Road. This was the Bob Ludwig remaster from 2009. The files used for these are digital. I found that out by looking at forums and stuff like that online and whatever, and there are a lot of people saying, oh, it sounds digital and digital vinyl and blah 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 blah. I'm kind of getting a headache from all this. I actually don't mind this. I think it sounds great. And I think the half speed, you have to crank them up and back off the bass. That's what I feel about these, you know. That's the only way to get a good kick out of them, because they're quite dense, but the actual detail is in there. You know, you have to you know, you've got to fish it out. You know, it depends on the gear you're using. You know, a lot of people talk about vinyl and stuff like that, but they don't tell you what kind of gear they're using. You know, they kind of turntable is about 50 euros. You know, they may not have something really cutting edge. So, but anyway, that is that. This one, the 2017, is different because on the back here it has AAA cut, so pure analog signal pad from original 1/4 inch master tapes filleted. Okay, so that's quite unique. This one only comes, by the way, in the 40th anniversary News of the World box set. Okay, so just before, you can't get it on its own. Now, you probably could buy it from some seller who decided to take the box apart foolishly and do that. So here, the inside is different. Okay, just comes in a sleeve like that, with an old studio tape box. So here, this is side, obviously side 2. Here's side 1 on this side. So this is just an old copy of the box, and this is the label. It's actually different. It doesn't have the logo and stuff in it like that. So there you go. It is pretty nice. It's just a bit different. Pity that they didn't use the, you know, News of the World, what's his name, the this guy on one label. It would have been nice. It just says new pure analog cut, and it was cut by Sean McGee at Abbey Road. Okay, so I've got my headphones on. Up first is the analog cut. Let's see how we go. Okay, it's time for the 2015 half-speed master. Okay, so the verdict. Now, I didn't play each one from start to finish, but I played the same parts on each one, and I would say that the half-speed master from 2015 doesn't sound that bad, but that's if you hadn't heard the AAA. The AAA wins. It's just, it's hard to explain. It's just, the vocals are definitely more in your face. They're clearer. There's a lot of detail there. There seems to be less compression. The 2015, the half speed, has percussion and it sounds almost distorted in comparison. and the vocals were a little bit more diffuse, and you can hear things, but everything is kind of stuffed. It sounds stuffy. That's the word I'm looking for. It sounds stuffy. It sounds a little bit like there's nothing wrong with it, like, but it just sounds stuffy in comparison. It just doesn't have the same fidelity. The AAA, especially on side 2, I noticed, Get Down Make Love, the percussion on that is crystal clear. Even though the sharper percussion is sharp, it's still warm. On the half speed 2015, it's fizzy. It's just different completely. Who Needs You as well, that really stood out on the AAA. You can just hear all the percussion in the background that I'd never even copped, and that's a sparse enough song, you know what I mean? Yeah, overall I would say that this one is a very, very enjoyable experience. Yeah, it's just when you put them together, you know, a lot of people say that they don't like the half speeds. Maybe that's why, because they might have good analog copies. You know, if you've got pristine analog from years ago, you should be doing okay. But you know, hard to find them in amazing condition. But this one, yeah, the AAA, I think it wins hands down. It's very engaging. What else was good on it? Fight from the Inside, which I think is kind of a boring track. Once the drums kicked in, the guitars that are being played, I can hear a lot more harmonics on the rhythm guitar. I think Roger Taylor plays a rhythm guitar. The phase, the drums on Sheer Heart Attack itself, the kind of crescendo sounded fantastic. All Dead, All Dead. The bass on this is deep and warm. It's just it's a different record completely. It just sounds, yeah, sounds very different. And I would say that, yeah, fans would definitely like to hear this, I would say, yeah. So unfortunately it only comes in that box set, but it would be nice if they did a standalone release. I think this is the way they should have all been done. Obviously up as far as I think was the Works an analog recording. I think it may have been, but I know Kind of Magic from there on, that was digital, DDD. So I think that they should have cut. I think they should have. I think it was to do with the master tapes. You see, as far as I know, like they had to preserve them, so they had to make digital copies. But I mean, you know, they're cut by 2 different people. But the AAA definitely wins hands down, and it is definitely worth hearing. It's amazing, and yeah, I could recommend it. And I you know, it just the sound draws you in. It's compelling. Guitar solos as well, you know, they're just richer. Everything is nicer on it. It's just nice. Sound stage. The vocals seem a bit distant on the half speed, you know, which is, I mean, I've just listened to exactly the same amount of tracks and stuff like that, or the passages I listened to. But the percussion, incredible, yeah, you know, and well worth getting. So that's it. That's all I got to say about this one. AAA wins hands down. So thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe, debate, and take care.